Hello everyone, my name is Cathril and today we're here for episode 18 of Let's Play Factorio Megabases. Today it's going to be a bits and bob video and we're going to do all sorts of things. As you can see, I started off picking up some roboports. I will keep them with me. I want to have a storage chest with me, and as you can see I made a couple of blueprints for myself already. Just blueprints. I did that, I believe, in the previous episode already. But today we're going to make a couple of blueprints which we are going to use. First I'm going to dump some stuff which I don't need with me right now. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. I definitely don't need that. I don't want the pipes and all the other things. Let's keep it on us. First things first, already made a couple of things which I'm going to make a blueprint of, and that's going to be our track layouts. These will be used by the Factorio, and the thing it does is actually we'll make it and we load them into our Factorio, and that way it places the track automatically. And I want to have it go straight, 2 wide and 4 wide, so we made those. And we need a diagonal one, and we have a double lane, and we'll do that. That is, I believe, for that one, and we'll do the same for the straight one, and 2 wide and a power pole. That way we can remember which one is which. I also made a destruction planner, but since we don't have a personal roboport or something like that, we'll get that once we unlock Power Armor Mark II. We'll have to manually pick it up. As you can see, I did take all those roboports with me, and today we're starting to place them, or going to place them. But first I want to make at least another 2 blueprints, and that's of our 4-way crossing and our 2-way crossing. And with the roboport on us, and we'll take some construction bots with us as well, then we can automatically build them. So that's going to be very convenient. So we want to have 42 with us right now, and with a chest and 42 bots it's going to build itself very quickly. So that's very convenient, and especially in the early parts of the game it's so convenient. So this is our 2-way crossing, and I want to copy the whole thing including the power poles. That way we always have power connections. And let's keep it like this. Put it in our storage personal space. And this one is a bit tricky because we have a pipeline running through and we have a drill. We're going to copy it, including the signals, and not with that part, just this, that, and the ending signals. So now we copy it, and we'll walk. Oh, almost crashed our pipeline. And what we're going to do is place it on an empty spot. That way we get the blueprint out of it. There we go. Now we're going to delete the things that we don't want to have in there. So like things like this, the pipeline, the lights. Although lights are good, but these lights are not good. Don't need that in our blueprint. Not those pipelines. And we want to have the radar station in it, of course. And basically this is going to be our blueprint. So we're going to remove this one, right click it, and we're just copying the blueprint. And as you can see, almost 350 rails. Quite a few signals, some lights, power poles, and that's going to be our proper blueprint. And now we can just remove this and Bob's your uncle. Things are done. So we have our blueprints now, and what we want to do next is start setting up our personal robot, or our network, our roboport logistics network. And therefore we're going to start in our oil facility. That is going to be the first mapping point in where we're going to start with all the roboports. And I want to try to get this as straight as possible, but that barely works, hardly ever works. So this one is straight. We put a power pole next to it, some lights. I'm really excessive with my lights, I know. I have a problem. So now it's lined up. Shift click and it places a blueprint of it. And this is a thing that we'll have to do manually. Power it up. Place the blueprint. It's straight. Give it power again. Place the lights. Now I love the lights because they give you so much more space. And we'll set up a way like this and then go up and then see how we get into our base and how things work out. If the buildings are there and we have to work around it, it's fine, it's not a problem. So power like that. Let's give it lights. And what I want to do next is I want to make a new blueprint. Copy this, and that way I can place the blueprint there. And now I know where to put the power poles and such, and we'll keep it as straight as possible. And we can put the logistics bots in, but it doesn't function very well then, because it has to pick up it somewhere and it's going to take a while before it gets there. This is going to put a big strain on our power network, since they do require quite a bit of power, the roboports, but once this is running, we can start setting up our power facility, solar power, and then things should be working quite fast. So yeah, that's definitely, in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. So this one can be placed there straight away. We don't need a big pole, but just for the looks, big pole, and then later on these wooden poles can be deconnected. Hook it on there, place the lights, and with all the lights we can starting to see a grid work on the map. And later on this is going to be so convenient because you can start mapping out things quite easily, and yeah, so worth it in my opinion. So from here on we'll go up, and there we go. That should be the next line. So we want to have one there and one here, and we're running out of our poles and our logistic things quite fast, but soon we'll have more, and soon more will be produced quite easily. And we're out of lights, so let's go back to our car, pick up some more materials. Let's see if I can get some more logistics bots. We might want to start adding bots to our network. Not the construction bots, but just the logistic bots, and we can start setting up a system. personal system, but most important is the logistic system for loop. That way our engine units can be produced automatically. I'm going to take this batch of loop with myself, of course, for convenience. But the rest should be done automatically. So that's going to work out so very good. And in the beginning the bots are very slow, but oh crap, I have to repair that. Oh man, why did I do that? In real life I drive so much better. But this is just ridiculous how bad I'm driving here in Factorio. As you can see, we're getting pop-ups right now because our network is missing things. Oh, I started driving over myself. It's not so very convenient. So let's pick up some lights. Let's make some more power poles. So some of those. And once that is done, we can start putting bots in the system. So let's leave the loop here. And more engine units will be produced now. That's good. And then we'll just walk down with the roboports. Going to place the blueprints in advance. And in the meanwhile, destroy those rocks. Since rocks are a real hazard and a problem when driving cars. And if you are a terrible driver like me, I don't recommend having those. So what we can do is this, make a copy of that. In the meanwhile, place those lights here. And then we'll just run towards the copy. And as you can see, I already placed the copy wrong, since they are on the other end. They got switched around. Let's get that one there. Power pole. Lights. And once everything is lit up and done, construction is going so much easier because we can work with blueprints and let the robots do all the work for us. And another one there. And as you can see, there's something in the way there. And that's just a small power pole, so we can remove that power pole. Place a light there. And as you can see, it's on the bus, but we're going to have underground belts going through. They can go through a place of 4 wide, so this is going to work out perfectly. There we go. And now you can see the first things are starting to get in the network. Roboports are going to be in the network. I'm going to place this one here already. Let me take the blueprint so we can copy it. Why is it not? Yeah, there it should be. Lining over exactly. Is it where it has to be? And And now we can dump our first robots in the network, first logistics, and also let's do half of the construction robots. And if I want to place a, let's say we want it there, and things are in the network, and this is powered off. Why? I don't know. Let's power it on. Once this is fully constructed, it should start placing those roboports automatically. And once it got lights, it's going to be so much more easier. And we should start setting up a big power pole plant as well. This one is going to be on the bus. So place the lights here. It's going to be a big power pole here. And it's going to go underground. Like this. Let's copy it down again. There we go. And once things are being constructed, the roboport will be placed automatically. We can start removing these lines as well now, since they are not really useful anymore to us. Those wooden power poles. I do want to have a normal power pole there as well, otherwise that one is not connected. And we need one over here as well. Otherwise that one is not connected. As for that, let's see. This one is going to need steel and copper. And we have both materials right here. Yeah, why not? This is going to be that kind of chest. Going to limit this box, since this one is going to be removed here. I'm not going to use that one anymore. That's a better term. We'll do it like this. Alright, science done. Let's see. Trash slots, always useful. Let's get copper in here. This one is going to make the big power poles. This one is going to make the smaller power poles. This one needs copper and steel. This one requires copper and steel. And they are both going to output it in that chest. Going to have regulated, and we want to have power. This one is going to unload those. This one is going to unload those, and let's limit it by this right now. In the future we can set up logistics conditions, so we can limit it to 100 or 200, something like that. But for now, just keep one stack of each and it should be fine. Can't set filters for it, unfortunately, so we'll have to do it like this. Next thing we want to do to check up on is oil, because plastic is running really low, and we might have to set up a new outpost for oil, since oil seems to be really slow pumping through the lines. And that could be the case that there's not enough oil in the wells anymore, or we're just not producing. We have an oil field here, 138. So that means 1.4 oil per second about. And this one is on 1.3, and as you can see we're having power problems, so we definitely have to work on power or on solar as well. Start setting up a solar field. Oh crap. I have to start removing those in the future as well. 1.4 was that one, so that one is still pumping pretty decent. They are not on their lowest yet, but this one is on 0.4, so that one is getting low. And this one is on 0.5, so definitely have to increase our oil throughput. We probably run this rail lane down and start setting up a unloading spot for oil, where the oil train can unload, and it can be stored in storage tanks like this one. As you can see, this one is really low. There's only one refinery working. So we definitely have to start setting up those, and but that's going to happen in the next episode. For now, I'll say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.